Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Minecraft Ninja Warrior. The past 2 seasons have been entertaining, but with more competitors, plenty of course changes, and now a month of Discord Nitro on the line, Season 3 is bound to be a massive event. Let's head over to our first runner. It's gonna be a big episode, plenty of veterans, plenty of newcomers, and our first newcomer this season is ShadicMCGS. This Sonic fan knows a ton about real life Ninja Warrior, but I'm not sure how much he knows about Minecraft Ninja Warrior. Let's see what he can do. That timer is counting down from 2 minutes. He'll start with the quintuple steps, taking the cautious approach, but he's jumping between the steps quickly. That's a good grab onto the rope, heading into the first new obstacle, Roulette Row. He'll have to swing between the water wheels, but his momentum is good enough to carry him through. Now the beehive, a high grab on that wedge of honey is needed. That should be high enough, and he's landed on the second hive. Dismount safely, but here we go, another new obstacle, the bouncing spider. Barely catches the vines there, has to move through and make a slime bounce onto a pendulum. And he's got it! Going into the tire run, first comes these mini tires, 1, 2, oh, drops like a rock! Unlucky exit for ShadicMCGS, but he completed 2 new obstacles on debut, that's solid. The second competitor is a veteran who's competed in many events, Bowlingminer, no longer unemployed and now a college freshman. Recently he was shown to have failed stage 2 in Star Challenge 2, so maybe he can get some redemption on this course. Oh yeah, Jackistrash is here too. Last time he competed on Minecraft Ninja Warrior, he made it to the 7th obstacle of stage 1, the diving boards. I certainly didn't expect him to make it that far. I don't even think he expected himself to make it that far. He shouldn't have a problem with water physics, he's a bedrock player, and water tech is more difficult over there. 2 obstacles down onto the beehive, which he's done before, and that's a perfect slide. He hasn't had any problems so far, but this upcoming obstacle took him out on Craftskate. Sticks the jump, but he also has to do the slime bounce, and he dismounts too early and comes up short. Unfortunately, it seems that history has repeated itself. Third to take the stage is MCC Island Tournament regular, it's Clutch 9. Once again, he's wearing a skin made by Syhphr, shout out to him. In both previous seasons, Clutch failed the beehive, and I still don't know how he fell the second time. This season, he's looking for a much needed improvement on the course. And the veteran is off. He's speeding through the steps, first competitor we've seen this season to rush through without stopping. Let's see how he tackles the tricky roulette row. Transfer's a bit low there, but he's caught the second wheel on the wrong side though. Might cause him to run out of the Dolphin's Grace, which lasts 12 seconds. Oh, he's out of there, now for his nemesis. Clutch has completed this honey slide before. That should be good. But he can't afford to slip off the second hive. Please don't fall here. Thank you. Wasting no time into the bouncing spider requires a high bounce on the slime. And he latches onto that pendulum. Good stuff so far from Clutch, we're finally getting a good look at what he's capable of. Although, he'll have to pick up the pace. Ideally, competitors want to reach the back half with a minute left. And because he took extra time on the roulette row, he's in a tough spot. Makes it onto that second set of ropes into the warped wall. This wall has been modified, but Clutch, making it look easy. 50 seconds left, don't stop, just go. Ah, he slips off the first board, tried to rush it. Hey, he completed the beehive. I see that as an absolute win. We've got another newcomer attempting stage 1, GiratinaCola. They seem to be looking at the fountain. It is a pretty sweet fountain, but let's see how their first time on the course goes. Gonna lag a little off the bat, good start. He's gonna be taking the cautious approach through the quintuple steps. He can't be taking too long on the first obstacle because that time limit is not lenient. Alright, he's made it through, now he needs to build up momentum on Roulette Row to transfer between the wheels. Good catch on the second wheel. Right into the dismount, making up some time there. The beehive has destroyed newcomers in the past, but Giratina completes the honey slide. The bouncing spider's already taken out one competitor. Oh, he's pulled a clutch. Can't say I expected that. But Reiku hasn't been the only one to fail Roulette Row. This brand new obstacle has been a bit of a ninja killer, and 2 more golden competitors tried to beat it. Golden Canadian came out of the gate looking strong, and he sped through the quintuple steps and even made the transfer on Roulette Row. But for whatever reason, he hesitated on the dismount and came up pixels short. Only Golden had one of the biggest crowds on the sidelines, with a total of 7 people cheering him on. While he may have had one of the biggest crowds, he had one of the shortest runs of the season. And right now, another competitor, Skywarrior 29, is taking their shot on stage 1. He's competed on Minecraft Ninja Warrior twice, barely landed on that second hive, but both times he's had disappointing results. The jumping spider took him out last time, but he avoids a repeat, sticking that jump. And he manages to complete the slime bounce as well, no problems. This guy's also got a massive crowd on the sidelines, a lot of whom will be running next episode. Going through tire run, this upcoming big tire jump is taking out some competitors in the past. Not him though. Just over a minute heading into the warped wall, this is the pace you want to be at. First try, misses the top. He'll have to go back and retry, that'll eat up some time. Reaches the top in his second attempt, but that's definitely messed up his pacing. 50 seconds to the diving boards now, very deadly obstacle. A little bit careful on the boards, he'll be the first to attempt the modified gap splitter. The jumps on this obstacle are a lot different with the ladders being shifted around. Skips the 4th ladder, that is allowed, but he's definitely running out of time. Sky has to be so efficient on the fly hooks. Low grab, nice recovery. He's halfway through the obstacle. He's grabbed onto the final bar. This is going to come down to the wire. He's going to need to ascend the spider trap quickly. Up to the first layer. Come on, Sky, you've got this. No, he slipped. He might still have enough time, but he has to be perfect, and he's not being perfect. He suddenly can't reach the first layer. That's going to be it. Skywarrior is out of time. The first ever timeout in Minecraft Ninja Warrior. He'll keep climbing to no avail. The buzzer on top has disappeared. Another season for him, ending in an unfortunate way. Eight competitors have run to no success. Next up is Syhphr, another newcomer and MCC Island tournament regular. Here we go, starting off with the quintuple steps. She won't be full sending the obstacle, that's fine, but she will momentum jump onto the rope. We've seen many newcomers fail on the new roulette row. Here comes the transfer. A good catch on the second wheel. This next obstacle, it's another newcomer killer though. Uh-oh, low slide. I'm not sure how she managed to land on the second hive any lower, she's probably in the water there. Little pause, but she sticks the jump on the bouncing spider. Now the slime bounce, perfect execution. We haven't seen a rookie make it past the tire run. In fact, the only one to make it this far was our first runner, Shadik. But Syhphr seems to be navigating through quite well. Oh, from the bottom? Hey, if it works, it works. Less than 65 seconds approaching the warped wall. This is a solid pace to be at since this back half can eat up so much time. How will she perform on the diving boards? Gotta be so quick and precise. She's made it through. Whilst the first half of stage 1 focuses on momentum, this second half focuses more on precision and going quick with the clock counting down. The Syhphr isn't buckling under the pressure of the time limit. 2 obstacles remaining. Oh, how did she manage to save herself? The fly hooks have certainly been an exciting obstacle to watch over 2 seasons. At this point, Skywarrior had a similar time but couldn't finish. There's a huge risk of meeting the same fate here. She's opening the first layer before climbing. Smart. A small fumble there. Don't make mistakes now. Especially not with the 10-second warning. Final layer. Go! 3 seconds remaining. Syhphr has managed to beat the spider trap in time, and with that, she becomes the first to clear stage 1. Congratulations! We'll be seeing her take on stage 2 later. After that great run, we've got quite a unique competitor, JcatTV, who is Minecraft Ninja Warrior's first ever mobile player. Don't ask me how they're playing on mobile, probably some kind of client. I have no idea if JCat has competed in other Ninja Warrior competitions. This might be his first one. Going through the quintuple steps slowly, he wants to align himself perfectly to cross these small gaps. And he's on the 3rd step, halfway through. The jump to the rope, it's further, and usually competitors are getting some momentum before it. But he's gonna go from the top. Big leap! He's barely managed to grab on. Now that might be the slowest completion of the first obstacle, and now he needs to overcome the tough roulette row. Oh, he did it! A mobile player has made it further than a few competitors. How has this happened? Surely he's not making it through a 3rd obstacle, but it would be a miracle if he could. Oh, faceplant into the water. For a mobile player, JCat didn't have a good run. He had a great run. I'll give him an A for effort. And already at the start line is Bitslap, and this will be his 3rd time competing. He hasn't cleared stage 1 before. Can this be his time? So last season he went under the name Flippings, and I pretended like he was a newcomer who trained under Bitslap. I really don't feel like continuing the joke, so yeah, Bitslap competed last time, he failed the fly hooks. It was incredibly sad, many tears were shed. But he certainly proved that he's capable of making it to the next stage. I think he's definitely got the speed for it, he just can't slip up. Gotta line up the slime bounce perfectly, and he makes that look easy. 4 obstacles down in 30 seconds, brilliant pace so far. And he's just leaping through the mini tires effortlessly. Can he do this big tire jump? Yes he can, clean grab on that rope. The warped walls caused a few issues this season, it caused a timeout earlier, and he misses the top in his first attempt. Gotta go back and retry. He reverses his jump on the 2nd attempt, and it works out. Diving boards now, they're popping up right in front of him, perfect cycle. 3 obstacles remain. The obstacle that ended his run last season is still to come. Skips that 4th ladder there, small time save. But this is it, the fly hooks. Get your redemption, dude. You've got so much time. The final jump, this is where he fell. And he's timed that perfectly. He's got over 30 seconds left for the spider trap. That's definitely enough. Now on the 3rd layer, he's faster than fast. He's quicker than quick. Bitslap is speed. Even with the 2 attempts on the warped wall, a dominating performance on stage 1 from the veteran, and he'll be taking on stage 2. There's another new face approaching the start line, Lavaburgs, the host of the Island Sweats Championship, an up-and-coming MCC Island event. He looks excited to be here, let's hope he can hit a buzzer. Once again, I have no idea how good Lavaburgs is at parkour, but plenty of rookies have done well in the past, and one of them was the first to clear stage 1 this season. As an MCC Island player, he's probably played a decent amount of Parkour Warrior. Oh, a little bit of lag there caused him to barely catch that 2nd wheel. Now for the beehive. He's grabbed that very low, and he's not able to land on the 2nd hive. There goes Lavaburgs' debut run, but he's got a lot of energy. I'm excited to see him return. Walking up to the start line now is one of Minecraft Ninja Warrior's most prominent competitors, EmperorEllz. Last season, he managed to get the fastest time on stage 1, but couldn't get past the tricky broken tank on stage 2. He's been to stage 2 twice, but this season, what he wants more than anything is to reach stage 3. EllZ is one of 3 competitors to have completed Stage 1 in both seasons, and hopefully that streak can stay alive. Out of those 3 competitors, he's the only one to have not beaten Stage 2, with Adrian Comaswells doing it in previous seasons, but 3rd times is the charm. That's a great slide on the beehive, lands on the highest point. Haven't seen anyone do that yet, headed for the bouncing spider. Hasn't taken out many people. This line bounce should not be an issue for him, straight onto the pendulum and straight off of it. He's completed tire run before, at this point you'd expect him to know the strats. Just gotta run down the big tire, much easier than stopping on it. A little slow on the ropes, but his pace is still great. A lot of time for the back half is exactly what you want. Oh, misses the top of the warped wall. That's fine, he's got plenty of time for another attempt. Can't make it up on his 2nd either. Can he reach the top in his 3rd? Yes, he can. But the warped wall has stalled EllZ to the point where he'll need to rush a bit, especially with a bad cycle on the diving boards. Uh-oh. Only 40 seconds remaining. This is gonna be a nail biter. Past the first wall on the gap splitter, and now past the 2nd. It's easy enough for him. He'll need perfect efficiency on the fly hooks. Onto the first bar. No! A complete mistime. He couldn't afford to wait on that bar and had to rush the transfer. So close to the end. A shocking result for EllZ. Recently, 2 more notable competitors within the greater Minecraft Ninja Warrior community took their shot at Stage 1. Pictalium went first and had a close call early, only just catching the rope, as well as another scare on Roulette Row. But when it came to the beehive, he was out of lives. Froggy went up next and had her boyfriend KoriSneako cheering her on. In Season 1, she failed the honey slide of the beehive, but she didn't let that happen this time. However, in Season 2, Kori fell on the ropes of Tire Run, and in an ironic twist of events... yeah. Speaking of KoriSneako, he's gonna be the next to run Stage 1. He's the Star Challenge host, who is somehow worse than expected. Kori was the last man standing on KoriSneako, hosted by Jackistrash, and he's got the potential to make it far, but the question remains, can he beat Tire Run? Here we go. For the past 2 seasons, Kori has had 0 issues with the course, besides 1 obstacle involving a lot of stairs and ropes. Into Roulette Row, he hates water obstacles with a passion. That's probably why Star Challenge doesn't have any. Past 2 obstacles, the beehive's been quite the ninja killer so far. But Kori knows to grab that honey high up. He honestly nearly reached the top, like of the entire hive. Bouncing Spider now sticks the jump. Was one of the few people on KoriSneako to actually beat the jumping spider. 4 obstacles down, that's just the appetizer. He's got to defeat his nemesis. Took him out twice and it just took Frog out. Grabs the 2nd vine this time, but can he grab those next vines? Yes, he can! This is a miracle, holy heck. Let's see if he can get up the warped wall in 1 attempt. No issues there. This is Kori's first time on the back half in 3 seasons. He's got to be feeling nervous. It's definitely showing, refusing to take that cycle on the diving boards. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's only got 3 obstacles remaining. And he literally invented the gap splitter. Or maybe Frog did, I don't know. But there's no way he falls. Now the fly hooks, this obstacle is chokeable. Especially with the pressure from the time limit. Halfway now, gonna near that 3rd bar. The final transfer is far. He gets it. But that time limit's counting down. Now's not the time to be making mistakes on the spider trap. Oh, a little fumble. Just 1 more layer. KoriSneako has reached the top. He clears Stage 1 for the first time. I don't think he can believe it. He looks ecstatic. But he'll be the 3rd competitor advancing to Stage 2. We're gonna go from event host to event host with the owner of KoriSneako, Jackistrash. Recently, Jack started the second season of Craftskate after the success of the first one. He's mainly a Bedrock player, so let's see what he can do on a Java course. In his past 2 seasons, Jack's failed the Beehive and the Jumping Spider, and he's not looking for another early slip-up. To prepare for this season, he's been playing more Java, doing a lot of training on MCC Island's Parkour Warrior, but practicing regular parkour can only get you so far. Minecraft Ninja Warrior's got a lot of weird obstacles that are difficult to replicate, like the Beehive and the upcoming Bouncing Spider. Makes the jump which took him out last time. The slime bounce eliminated his mate Bowlingminer a while ago, and Jack's made it. He's passed 4 obstacles now. Anxiety's gotta be high at this point. He's taking his time on the mini tires, being way more cautious on this obstacle than anyone who's made it here. But he's actually completed that big tire jump with ease. 65 seconds to the warped wall, a decent pace here. And he makes it up in a single attempt. Jack has been very solid so far, but that's not a great cycle. Waiting for the diving boards to rise will take up some time. They're up, go! Couldn't land on the second board. At least he made it much further this time. Only 2 people are left to run for this episode, and the second last competitor is another veteran, Swerve. Twice he's competed and twice he's failed stage 1, but 3rd time's the charm. Recently, Swerve's been in a bit of a slump when it comes to these kinds of events. He's failed the first stage on Starskatecraft, failed the first stage on the 3rd season of Star Challenge, and he lost his stage 2 race on Craftskate to Good Morning Cam, who'll be competing next episode. It's been a while since he's cleared a stage in a competition. That's a low grab on the honey, but it works out. But Swerve doesn't want to give up. He told me he was practicing a lot more for Minecraft Ninja Warrior, mainly through Parkour Warrior, but also some of the other games on MCC Island to help improve his overall movement. So far, he's been cruising through the course, but the tire run can't be underestimated. He fell on this 2 seasons back. He should know the strategy now, just running down that big tire. In the past, Swerve was a speed demon, but he knows more than anyone that speed kills. Before running, he told me he didn't care about his time. He just wanted to clear. Gotta wait for the diving boards. He's gonna stop on that 3rd board, smart approach, but this is the obstacle that took him out last season, the gap splitter. It looks like he's been practicing his ladder neos, no problems with the obstacle this time. Just 2 obstacles stand between Swerve and his first buzzer. This is not the time to be rushing, that's how the fly hooks trips competitors up. He's lashed onto the final bar, but he won't make that dismount straight away. Over 25 seconds for the final obstacle, the spider trap. There's plenty of time, but mistakes can't be made. He's being clumsy on the 2nd layer, finally makes it up. And Swerve will beat the 10-second warning, getting his first buzzer in a while for any competition. Welcome back, Swerve. It may not have been the fastest time, but I doubt he cares. He's going to stage 2. The final runner for this episode is a newcomer with some high expectations. Give it up for Sanity. He was one of the last competitors to sign up, so he hasn't had much time to practice, but I don't think that'll matter. Let's see if this final runner can make an impact. From what I've heard, Sam is possibly one of the best parkour players around. On the parkour server ZeroMiner, which has hundreds of parkour maps ranging from easy to almost impossible, he's completed every single one, as well as the server's hardcore gauntlet, featuring insanely tough puzzles, mazes, and parkour. That kind of record can't be overlooked. Imagine he misses a slime bounce. Yet no worries with that. I'm not really sure why he calls himself an IRL parkourer though. Like, when does he have time to actually go outside? He's been completing these maps 24/7. Could be leaping from the top of the tire. I guess he wanted a lot of height there. Over 70 seconds left. Can he climb the warped wall? Only needs 1 attempt for it. The diving boards ended a lot of runs last season, but not many have fell here so far, and it doesn't look like Sam will be another casualty. Only 3 obstacles left on an exceptional pace, and no chance he's falling some trapdoor Neos. Could probably do this with his eyes closed, honestly. With just 2 obstacles, he's got a shot at the fastest time, currently held by Bitslap. It looks like he's going for it, wasting no time on the rotations. Lands directly on the last bar instead of the water. Perfect ascension so far of the spider trap. Oh, spoke too soon. It won't matter. A generational performance from the rookie. The fastest time of episode 1. 3 whole seconds between him and second. He's got the speed, but can he make the big moves required for stage 2? I think this parkourer could be a definite contender. Zampy's run lets him sit at the top of the leaderboard for now, with Bitslap not far behind in time. After those 2 are veteran Swerve and KoriSneako, with rookie Syhphr clearing with the slowest time. These times will determine when competitors get to take on stage 2. The quicker you are, the later you'll run, but this is just over half the field. Next episode, 17 more competitors will take their shot at stage 1, including fan favourites Kubo and Good Morning Cam, the only 2 to make it to stage 3, Adri and KoriSneako, and the best MCC Island player will make their debut run. That's all for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode of Minecraft Ninja Warrior.